Welcome to the Mountain Line Pre-Upgrade Party Workshop. I'm Francis Beaumier from the ITS department, and I'm going to walk you through some of the steps you need to take before the upgrade party to ensure a smooth upgrade experience. While it's not strictly required, Chrissy and I feel that you'll be most comfortable having made a full backup of all your files before beginning the upgrade process. Therefore, I'm going to walk you through purchasing a Time Machine backup drive and starting Time Machine on your Mac. If you've already purchased a hard drive for Time Machine, you can skip forward using the links in the description below. Otherwise, you can follow along with me as I recommend some options for hard drives that you can use. The best place on the web to find good deals on hard drives is the website of one of our vendors, CDWG. If I zoom in here, you can see that I'm about to go to cdwg.com/snc. If you need to pause the video, do that now so you can load that web page. At the CDWG site, you have a number of options for all sorts of computer accessories. I'm going to go ahead and click on Data Storage Products. And then on hard drives. And it lets me click even further now to external hard drives. And under interface, I can even choose that I want all kinds of USB and even FireWire if they make that option available. I'm going to hit View Results to update that narrowing down. So you can see I have a few choices of external drive. I'm going to sort by price of lowest to highest. There's no need to spend too much money on an external drive. So these first entries are a little small. You want to choose something that's 500 gigabytes or higher. So this Buffalo Mini Station Stealth hard drive at 500 gig USB 2.0 is a great deal. You'll also find hard drives that are labeled portable, like this one right here from Seagate. What that means is that there's not a separate cord for power that you need to remember to pack and plug in. So the portable option is a little bit more money, but gives you the convenience of only having to plug in a USB cable and not also a power cord into the wall. You in general want to get as big a hard drive as your budget can afford. You're only going to have more files as time progresses, and you want to be able to have as many backups as possible. Time Machine will work with any size hard drive as long as it's bigger than the amount of data you have, but it starts deleting old backups after a while as your drive gets full. So here's a nice 750 gigabyte hard drive that I could buy if I were concerned that I have enough storage space. Again, 500 gigabytes should be fine for most people, but if you can afford a bigger drive, go for it. I should also point out that CDWG is not the only place for hard drives. I encourage you to shop around at local vendors like Best Buy or Google Shopping to find the best price for you. The thing about hard drives is they're very much a commodity product, so it's really hard to make a bad investment on an external hard drive as long as they connect via either USB or FireWire and have the amount of storage space that you need. So once you purchase the external drive, you can go ahead and plug it in, and we can start configuring it for use as a Time Machine drive. Once I've purchased my external hard drive, all I have to do is plug it in. The drive will take a few seconds to spin up and for the computer to recognize it and mount it on the desktop. Once that happens though, if all goes well, you should see this prompt asking you if you want to use the external drive as a Time Machine backup. If you don't see this prompt, that will be dealt with in the next section of this video. You can skip ahead now. If you do see this prompt, go ahead and click Use as Backup Disk. Most hard drives that you purchase from the store will be formatted for Windows and Mac compatible. To use it as a time machine drive, we have to reformat it as Mac compatible exclusively. If you know that there's nothing on the drive that you need, we can go ahead and take up Mac OS X on its offer to erase the drive and use it as a time machine backup. If you have files you want to keep, or if you want to continue using the drive on both Windows and Mac, make an appointment with me and we can discuss your options. The Mac is now erasing what's on the external drive and reformatting it for life as a time machine backup. Once the reformat has started, the backup will kick off automatically 2 minutes after the fact. You can see on the screen it's counting down. I want to initiate the backup now, so I'm going to go to the time machine icon in the upper right hand corner here and click Backup Now. You'll notice the time machine icon animates to spin backwards during the duration of the backup. You probably have to let this run a good 3 hours to back up all your stuff. Once the backup has taken place, you'll be able to click this icon, which will have stopped animating, and see that the last backup time written right here is the finalization time of the backup. Once you see that the backup has completed and it registers as a final backup, either there or in System Preferences in the Time Machine pane, you'll see the latest backup filled out here. Then you know you're good to go. If this doesn't happen, make an appointment with me so that we can make sure that you have a good backup before coming to our upgrade party. So now let's take a look at what happens when I have a drive that doesn't pop up the message, do you want to back this up with Time Machine? I'm going to plug in a drive after I've already set the Mac to back up with another drive. But in rare cases, this could also happen with a drive that you purchased even when you haven't already set up a different drive for Time Machine. So I'm going to plug this drive in and wait for it to mount on the desktop. And I notice that I don't get prompted to use this drive as a Time Machine backup. That's okay. What I can go and do is go into System Preferences, either from the dock here or System Preferences from the Apple menu. I go into Time Machine and I hit Select Disk. This will let me select my new drive as the Time Machine backup. Before you upgrade to Mountain Lion, it's good to make sure that all the programs that you have will continue to work. The main programs that will stop working on Lion and now in Mountain Lion are ones written for the old PowerPC Macs. There's an easy way to spot which programs those are. First, just open all the programs you normally use. So, for whatever reason, I decided I like Internet Explorer as my web browser. That would never happen in real life, but for the purposes of this contrived video, that's what I chose. I also look stuff up in the dictionary a lot, and I don't know, so by some miracle I actually get all my word processing done in little old TextEdit. Now what I'm going to do is go up to Spotlight up here in the upper right hand corner, and I'm going to type in Activity Monitor and hit return. Activity Monitor opens with all the stuff that I'm currently running. What I want to do is right click here on the column heading area. I can do that with a 2-finger tap on the trackpad. And what I want to display, if it's not already checked, is the kind of application that each program is. In this case, it's already checked. It displays as a column here on my list. I'm going to click once on kind to sort by the kind of program. You can see that on my list of running programs, everything says Intel. It doesn't matter if it says 64-bit. Until I get down to the bottom here and I find that Internet Explorer is actually a PowerPC application. So I know that Internet Explorer is not going to work on Mountain Lion because it's a PowerPC app. If you're willing to live without Internet Explorer, or any other app that might appear on that list, then you know you're safe to upgrade to Mountain Lion. The final step in my preparation for upgrading to Mountain Lion is making sure that there are no disk errors on my hard drive. I can do that by opening Disk Utility. I simply go to Spotlight in the upper right hand corner and start typing Disk Utility. You'll notice it comes up as my top hit and I can hit return. Once Disk Utility loads, I'm going to grab my hard drive, in this case Untitled 1, and I want to hit Verify Disk. You'll notice on this computer Verify Disk is grayed out. That means I need to go to File, Enable Journaling. You probably have journaling enabled on your computer, but not all computers will for various reasons. Now that I've enabled journaling, I can hit Verify Disk and Verify Disk again. In my case, I get a nice green line that says the volume Untitled 1 appears to be okay. If instead you get an entry in red, then you know that you need to perform the repair disk function. Repair disk does not work when you're already booted from the drive you're trying to repair. What you can do is boot from your original gray system disks and run Disk Utility from there. If you don't know where your gray system disks are, or running Disk Utility from those fails as well, I can help you get your disk repaired. You can either make an appointment with me in advance, or attempt to do it during the upgrade party. The disk repair should not take long, but it may hinder your chances of finishing an install of Mountain Lion during the time allotted for the upgrade party, so I recommend you visit me beforehand. Once you know that your disk checks out, you know that all the programs that you need will work, you know that you have a good Time Machine backup, you're ready to come to the upgrade party and upgrade to Mountain Lion. I'll see you there.